first things that we're going to go over here is determine which pump you got on your truck. This is for you, the 6-speed guys, your early 98 and your 98, later 98 and early 99 trucks that had the 6 speeds in them. Some of them are 235 horsepower. Your later 99 trucks were 245 horsepower with 6 speeds in them. So that basically breaks down into determining which pump you've got. Your 17X pumps, when they come off the truck, if you lay them out, you'll have a Bosch machine surface here that'll have a Bosch number on it starting with a 047. Your last 3 digits are what you're going to be concerned with. If it's a 17X pump, which is the 245 horsepower, it's going to be a multiple of 7 starting at 14. An early 17X pump was a 014, and then you had a 021 and a 028. Those 3 pumps are how we determine to see if you have a 245 horsepower 17X. Okay, this is your Bosch number, starting with a 047 here. These last 3 numbers are going to tell you what type of pump this is. This is a 005, so this is a 235 horsepower pump. We call those a 15X. You're going to have some other pumps as well outside of the 245 horsepower that are ag pumps. We call those a 16X. Those are special cases. They're mostly in Freightliner trucks and a few agricultural applications. But if you call us with your 047 number, we can tell you exactly what pump you have on your truck. Now when you receive a pump from us, we'll go over some of the stuff that you'll be receiving with it. Our pumps have got brand new Bosch tags on them. On this tag it'll be stamped on there whether it's a 15X or it's a 17X. You'll get a new keyway, you'll get everything new. This is a completely remanufactured pump, inside and out, everything done. You'll get a small packet of some accessories with the pump. You'll get your oil ring that goes on the front of the pump. You'll get a new overflow valve, new washers with it, and then you'll get the new washer seals that go on the supply side of the pump. Alright, we're going to do a quick rundown of what tools are needed for a VP44 install. Real quick, you got a 10, 11, 13, and 15 6-point sockets, a couple of different 3/8 drive extensions to get to the 4 bolts on the back of the pump, 3/4 inch wrench, both stubby and long, hose pliers, inspection mirror, steering wheel puller. This is what we use to pull the pump off with. The 2 bolts that go on either side of the pump gear are metric 8 by 1.25 threads, 3/8 drive ratchet, 1/2 inch drive ratchet. We use a pick to get the intercooler boot loose. We like a 3/8 drive impactor. It makes the job a lot faster. This isn't necessary, but it'll make the job go a lot quicker, and a good light. Those are basically all the tools that you'll need, and we're going to have a complete list on this video for you to look at. That'll put you where you need to be. The 1/2 inch drive, 2 sockets you need for the pump nut, 1 1/16", and a 7/8 for the alternator. Alright, we're going to go through diagnosis on your truck first, on your VP44. One of the first things that we do when the truck comes in here at the shop is we'll get a fuel pressure reading on the truck. Your early 98 and 99 trucks are a little bit harder to check fuel pressure on because they don't have the Schrader valve on the side of the pump like your later 99 and up to 2002 trucks do. If you can get this valve, you can get it from your Dodge dealer. We can get it for you however you want to do it. That'll help you to be able to check your fuel pressure on your early 98 and 99 trucks. Fuel pressure gauge you can pick up from any auto parts store. That'll let you know what your lift pump pressure is. We don't like to see any lift pumps come in here with less than 4 PSI at wide open throttle. You need to check your codes on the truck as well. One of the big death codes that you have in VP44 is the 216 code. That's an internal timing failure on the pump. Again, early 98 and 99 trucks, it's harder to check codes on them if you don't have an OBD2 scanner of some sort. Your late 99 to 2002 trucks, you can cycle the key off and on 3 times and your codes will come up in the digital odometer on the truck. An early 98, 99 truck, you're going to have the code scanned by an OBD2 scanner.
one of the big things going into a VP44 install, if the truck's got a stock lift pump on it, we really try to replace the lift pump. Even if the lift pump's good, we try to replace the lift pump anyway, if we're going to put a pump on it just for peace of mind. And we usually like to upgrade to an air dog system or a fast system. The air dog and the fast have lifetime warranties on them. You know, and buying those together from us in a combo package with your VP44 is going to save you money as well. So if you got the means to do it, we definitely suggest replacing your lift pump when you do your VP44 install. Out here. Okay, getting ready for our install. One of the first things that we're going to do here is we're going to line our keyway up on our old pump to where the keyway is pointed straight to 12 o'clock. Before we remove the pump from the truck. That just helps us to keep from dropping the keyway down in the crankcase. This is a 98 truck, so you don't have your normal oil canister on this truck like you do on your later ones. This is just a flat cover. Normally you'd have an oil overflow here that you'd have to take off and then just unscrew the canister. What we'll do, we'll take our inspection mirror here and we'll look to see where our keyway is. So right now the keyway is down just about right at 5 o'clock or so. So what we do to turn the truck over, the easiest way to bar the truck over is use the alternator. We'll use the alternator, we'll turn the keyway to where it's 12 o'clock, and then we'll pull the pump. We've got our pump with the keyway up, we're ready to go here. First things that we're going to remove, the 4 10 metric bolts on top of the air intake. We're going to remove those. This one at the dipstick, we're going to lay the intake out of our way. The grid heater will likewise just lay right out of the way. We'll lay those over here. These 3 bolts here, the 13s, and then there you have an electrical connector on the bottom of the throttle position and sensor. We're going to lay those right out of our way. That'll get us to the fuel lines and everything that we need to be at, and we'll show you just as soon as we get it broke down. And also this 11 metric here for the intercooler boot. We'll loosen it up and get it all off. Alright, we're getting ready to remove the pump. What we're going to do now is we're going to remove the fuel lines. You want to take your 3/4 inch wrench and loosen the number 1, 2, and 4 injection line at the head. Then go ahead and keep your 3/4 inch and loosen all 6 of the injection lines off the back of the pump. While we're in here, we're also, where this is a 98, the fuel canister is a little bit different on this. We're going to remove the pressure side line at the canister and at the pump and completely take this line out. You want to disconnect both battery cables because now you're going to be working with the electrical side of the pump. We'll disconnect the wiring harness off the back of the pump and we'll get it out of our way. On the bottom of the pump, on the back side, there'll be 2 metric 13 bolts into the block that are attached to the pump. You really can't see them from up here, but we're going to loosen those 2 bolts. And we're also going to take off the nut and lock washer off the front of the pump. That'll have us ready to put the steering wheel puller on in the gear and pull the pump out.